Hey, good morning to you, good afternoon. Mark again here, WeatherMan Plus. I have a lot of information I need to give y'all today, a lot of serious things going on besides the weather that we have is serious as well. As you know, I always put links in the description, that way it saves you time and you can see exactly what you need to see. And to all those people that's thinking about, on the side note, getting that COVID shot, at the end of my video I have an important message for you. You need to hear it. But let's get to the weather. Besides all that going on, we have all this going on. So we have some very severe storms. Last night was pretty crazy. I saw a real big hooked tornado going towards San Antonio. It was pretty scary looking, as well as straight line winds coming with these storms today all through the Ohio Valley that I need to go over with you. Plus widespread damaging winds that will be parts of the Ohio Valley and the Northeast due to this cold air that is coming in. I've never been here before. Hello, good day to you. My name is Mark. I do upload every single day except Friday afternoons into Saturday afternoons. That's when I take my Sabbath. But thank you for being here. Hit the subscribe button. And if y'all like this update, hit that like button for me. I do appreciate it. God bless every single one of you. Please alert people to this weather, because I'm showing that our tornado threat is growing into the weekend and into next week for the South once again. And after you see that important message I have for the end of the video, please hit the share button. Alert people to this information. This is life or death. Now the two videos I have for you today is showing you wind gusts at your 10 meter level. The top one is showing the full impact of the whole route all the way to the northeast. The bottom one is showing you hourly as the winds move through. Now, as you notice, we do have these big straight line winds that will be coming in front of these storms, these big long rain bands. And you can see that they will go all the way from the Ohio Valley all the way into the central U.S. And this will drag down. That's why you have a big wind threat that will be in front of these storms all day today. Plus, power outages are already happening really big time. I expect it to go more for Ohio Valley in the Northeast as we go into today into tomorrow. But now, so far, Texas is leading the way with 37,000 homes without power. Now this is the update that I was waiting for. I was going to show it to you on WSV3. That's where I first saw it at before NOAA updated their page. Now this is our outlook for today, and you are in a slight risk in this yellow for severe weather, with this green here being in your marginal. Plus you have a 2% tornado watch in this green area for today, and your hail outlook is also pretty much in the same area. Now this is your wind risk for today. 5% is in the brown. That's because your wind's going to be anywhere into the 30s to the high 30s, possibly the 40s. But this yellow right here is your slight risk, and this is actually going to get into the 50s, even possible 60s. Now for tomorrow, as these storms calm down and head south, and with no tornado threat, no hail, no wind, you just will be having thunderstorms tomorrow. But for Saturday, we're already having severe weather come into the area, and we do have a threat for tornadoes, a 5% chance over Texas, Louisiana, and it will grow. The storms that is about to happen after we deal with what we're dealing with now. Now by Sunday, they already have a day 4 outlook of 15% chance for severe weather. And for Monday, it's going to start all over again. We have 15% chance for severe weather in this area for Texas and Oklahoma. Now, as the system moves to the northeast today, you will have storms tracking the same paths all day long, at least about noontime. You see that you start getting some storms that will be coming, and it will create some straight line winds in front of this as its energy shifts through late this afternoon into the central U.S. over at Kentucky and Tennessee. And that will also move east as well. And you can see the long line of storms that is coming. Now, as these storms move through the Ohio Valley today, as you get into this afternoon, about 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, then these storms line up to some straight line winds. That's going to be straight line wind damage. That's the worst kind. Matter of fact, it will get up to about 60 miles per hour or higher. 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Now you can see the energy transferring over. You still have straight line winds coming from it. It is starting to wild down and go towards the central U.S. for Kentucky and Tennessee and West Virginia as well. So 8, 9, 10 o'clock, you still got the straight line winds now starting to bulk out towards the south as you get into this evening. So by 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it'll be going across Pennsylvania, eastern Ohio. It'll still be stretching out all afternoon long. Then by 6, 7, 8 o'clock, it'll be going across Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia. 9, 10 o'clock is still nice and strong, especially for western North Carolina as well. It will carry over all the way to about 1 a.m. in the morning. Then when you get about 1 a.m. in the morning, it's going to dissipate and it's going to track down the south. You can see that the low pressure system will move to the northeast by later on this evening. And then as the high pressure moves in with the cold air overnight, creates tight isobars, which will create your damaging winds as these pressure systems squeeze together. And as it passes, you could get some on the backside also for Nebraska, Iowa, as it goes through northern Illinois until tomorrow. And here's a closer shot at your winds for today. This is us first thing in the morning. By the time you go to noontime, it's really going to start bulking up to 40 and 50 miles per hour winds. And then these straight line winds are going to start moving east. As you go from 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock tonight, it will create still these winds in front of it. It will be all afternoon long, and it will start stretching down towards Kentucky and Tennessee with the 40 and 50 miles per hour wind gusts as this energy transfers south. But I show it will be worse for the Northeast more than it will be for the central U.S. I'm not showing it y'all will have widespread 50 miles per hour. It will be isolated areas. Then as you go overnight into about 1 a.m. in the morning, it does start to wind down. Now you're getting down to isolated 50 miles per hour winds, but everybody else would mostly be in the 30s and 40s as the system moves off. Then tomorrow, your cold air starts moving in. This is first thing tomorrow morning. By the time you get to 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the damaging winds are back. That's moving in with the system, and this is from the pressure system squeezing together. And these winds will be around all day tomorrow. When you get to about 7 p.m. at night, now it's still around from this cold air coming in. These pressure systems are squeezing. Now you're getting high 60s for lower Pennsylvania, also for eastern and west Virginia. So you need to be careful. There's a lot of chances for 50, high 50s, and 60 miles per hour wind gusts that will be moving with this. Then tomorrow night, all the way into the early a.m., 1 a.m., then it'll start calming down again, just like it did for today. And it'll be in the 40s with isolated 50s as this cold air moves through. So you can see a little bit better of who it's going to affect as far as northeast into the New England states. This is by early this morning, and the winds will be moving in by 1 o'clock this afternoon. It will start to build up. Then when you get to about 7 o'clock this afternoon, it will be moving through. It don't look like it affects New York, maybe a little more to the southeast as it moves through, but it will be winding down also at that time. Then from 7 p.m. tonight to 1 o'clock in the morning, it will move through. Everybody else will be calmed down. Then tomorrow morning, the cold air is going to start moving in. It'll start pick up the winds right back again. And when you get to about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, now you can see it's widespread damaging winds again, and it will stay all day. 1 o'clock in the afternoon all the way to 7 o'clock in the afternoon. Now you still have these winds that are hanging around all day long, and not to mention the cold air that's going to come with it. Then 7 p.m. tomorrow all the way to 1 a.m. Once again, it'll start calming down. You will have isolated pockets of 50 and possible 60 that will be roaming around before it leaves by noontime for tomorrow. Now check to see what your total rainfall amount will be for the next 60 hours, which is roughly 2.5 to 3 days. And it has Texas in very heavy amounts, up to 7-8 inches, all the way from southern Texas to the northeast, with parts of Arkansas getting heavy as well. And that was a Euro. The GFS is showing it's heavier, 7-8 inches up to 11 inches for southeastern Texas, and everybody else isn't going to be as heavy. And the NAM 3K, which shows you more detail within the 60 hours than the Euro or GFS, is kind of agreeing with the Euro that it will be heavy for Texas, southeast Oklahoma, and Arkansas as well, with some spots going around the Ohio Valley and the Northeast. So I will go through your rainfall amounts of this. Now, Texas, you are the biggest place to show your rainfall amounts, so I will break you up into a couple sections, as well as these heavy amounts that you do see here for Oklahoma and Arkansas. So 1 to 2 inches will reach all the way down to southern Texas, San Antonio, a little less than an inch. I know you did have that scary tornado threat last night. It was pretty scary. I did see it. Over an inch of Austin, but to the west of you is up to 3 inches, so that could shift a little bit. But the heaviest spot so far, according to the NAM 3K, looks a little west of Killeen. Killeen, you'll get over 3 inches of rainfall, but a little west of you is 11 inches. That's very heavy rainfall. And it will track all the way up to Dallas. Dallas, you're going to be the same thing, over 3 inches. Waco, over 4 inches. Cleburne, over 6 inches. And it will go all the way up to Paris, which is over 4 inches, almost 5 inches. But right to the west of you is literally 8-9 inches of rainfall. As well as Shreveport, Louisiana, you're going to get over 2 inches. A little southern of you could be up to 4 inches. It will track over to Rapid Monroe with heavy 2 to 3 inches of rainfall. You do see Mississippi, Jackson gets a little over half an inch. As you go southern, it's way less. Conway, Arkansas, Russellville, 3 inches of rainfall. Mena, 3 inches. It is widespread 2 inches all the way up to Mountain Home for Arkansas, but there is going to be some 3 inches to 5 inches of rainfall possible for y'all. Then as it goes through the Ohio Valley, southeast Missouri, 2 to 3 inches possible. But it looks like it is going to be a southern track all the way from Missouri, southeast Missouri, southern Illinois, southern Indiana, and then it's going to be more northern when you get to Ohio for the heaviness and northwestern Pennsylvania. Now, some of this will be snowfall for the Northeast, but a lot of y'all are just going to get precipitation and rain because of the time of day that the rain's coming by. The snow is going to be on a wraparound, so it's going to be more northern with the snow. But you can see you could get up to 2-3 inches straight across New York, as well as Vermont. You could get up to 4 or 5 inches for southern New Hampshire, Massachusetts. Y'all could all be seeing heavy rainfall. Now, as you go through tonight into tomorrow morning, then all this rain is going to move through the Northeast, and then the cold air is going to start coming in. That's when the high pressure meets up with the low pressure. That squeeze is going to cause y'all damage and winds that I showed you. But now on the wraparound, hitting this Arctic air coming in, you're going to start getting snowfall for tomorrow. So by 3, 4, 5 p.m. tomorrow, you're going to start seeing snow in western New York, northern New York as well. It will move in all the way to 4, 5, 6 o'clock at night. You will start having a lot of snowfall from central to western New York. The rest of y'all will still be seeing rain because of the temperatures. This is the Arctic air that's turning this into snow. 7, 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow night, you're still getting snowfall. It is getting lighter amounts. And you can see New York City, you're right on the edge of the temperatures. By the time the precipitation gets around, it's going to be light amounts, but there is a chance. 10 o'clock, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, there's still light snow everywhere. By the time you get into Saturday, it will dissipate and it'll just be cold temperatures. Now, the NAM 3K is showing that there is a chance for 2 to 5 inches widespread for snowfall for New York, with northern New York with a chance for over a foot. I'm sure some of that's going to be lake effect snow. Plus, you have some for the New England states. The Euro is showing that it's going to be, as far as the timing, the system is going to move by too fast before this Arctic air comes in, and the wraparound won't be a lot. It will be light amounts for New York with heavier amounts of 2 to 5 inches for northern New York, as well as some higher elevations for Vermont and New Hampshire. And the GFS is kind of in between both of them. It does agree that it will be lighter amounts for New York. It won't be widespread from west to east. So western New York shouldn't get too much at all. For some parts of New York, there will be 1 to 5 inches, as well as Vermont and New Hampshire. But higher elevations is agreeing that it could be over 6, 7 inches for Vermont, New Hampshire, and still is showing 6 to 9 inches for northern New York. So that heavy spot for northern New York is actually trending. And you can see that here. Your coldest temperatures will start in the Midwest. It will be some 30s for Midwest, Michigan, 40s for the upper Ohio Valley as you go into tomorrow morning. With the wind chills bringing it a little bit colder, now it's going to feel like you're in your 30s for the Midwest, upper Ohio, and especially for Michigan. You're going to feel like you're in your 20s with the wind chills. Now Saturday, all this cold air is going to shift to the Northeast and you will start warm back up. But Michigan, you're still in 29, 30, 31 degree temperatures, as the Northeast is also now feeling like they're in the 20s. With a lot of y'all in the 30s. But the wind chill for Saturday really shows that it's going to be pretty much the same for Michigan. Some of y'all going to feel like 20. A lot of y'all are still going to feel like you're in the 30s. It's not going to change a lot of y'all. But when you get to Ohio, it's going to feel like it's in the 20s. And the Northeast is going to feel like it's in the teens. So Michigan, Ohio, wind chills for Saturday. You're going to feel like you're in the 20s. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, northern Delaware, Long Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, y'all all going to feel like y'all in the 20s, but New York is where it's going to really get hit good. It's going to feel like it's in the high 20s to the 30s for New York City, but the rest of New York is going to feel like you're in the 20s to the teens, especially northern New York. Those wind chills are really going to get you. But then Saturday morning, we do have the severe weather threat. We need to get a little bit closer to be accurate with that. But as you can see, some storms do brew up for Saturday for Texas. It does go into Louisiana and Mississippi. And that is your Saturday and your Sunday threat. That's with these storms. But I think there also will be more coming for next week. As you check and see, as we get into Tuesday, now you're getting some strong storms building up for Oklahoma. It will move over to Arkansas. Very heavy rainfall with these storms. And it will affect also Mississippi. It will go into Louisiana as you get into your Tuesday evening. And there will be some strong storms. I do believe that everything will be updated as this being a severe threat as well. Now, guys, I have a very important message from y'all. It was actually shown by Mike this morning. So it's more than one good reason that I found to wait a little bit for the information as I posted a video. But as you can see, his information is getting taken down already. So I don't know if it's going to be up there. So I will put a link in the description. It'll say Mike's video, and you can see the video that he put out. It showed many doctors for over almost 30 minutes from all different countries, claiming that this COVID worry is actually a fear and it is not true. And they're saying that the COVID vaccine will not only change your DNA, it will cause health issues, and it is a dangerous thing to take. Please watch that video. Go to the link. It was shown by Mike this morning. I don't know if it's going to be there because he gets a lot of stuff taken down. He gets a lot of strikes. But like I said yesterday, he does upload the information. But you got to see this video, especially if you think about taking the COVID vaccine, especially if you're a true believer. God bless you all. I hope you make the right choice. But this is the video here, and I will put the link in the description. That way you can see it for yourself. All right, this is NAM 3K. This shows you the next 2.5 days. I'm going to play this for you. It's moving kind of quick so you can see what's going to happen with these storms. Actually, this is the second time I had to do this outro. For some reason, OBS did not record me giving my Bible to y'all. It was one of my shorter ones. Actually, it was kind of a comedy skit that came out of it at the end of it. I'll put it at the end of this video so you can see it. It was kind of funny. But what I want to read to you today has to do with the video that came from Mike, guys. So please go watch that video. I mean, they're saying, the doctors are saying that the reason why people are getting sick and dying from this COVID is because as soon as they get the vaccine, it intensifies your effects of your sickness, and that's what kills you. He's saying also it changes your DNA, and it does a lot of things to us, guys. We're talking about physicists and doctors all around the world. Please watch that video. It will make a difference in what you think about it. Listen to them, not me. They are the professionals. But I want to read today from Revelations 13, verse 16 through 18. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Amen. God bless all of you today with this weather that is going on. God bless you tomorrow as well with those winds that's coming on, as well as those cold temperatures. I hope you all have a great weekend. Hope you have a blessed day today. All glory does go to God, God of Jacob. Amen. Have a blessed day, guys. Share the video.
Amen.
You like that, baby? Yeah, you like that.